I don't know if y'all peeped, but there was definitely a card. I looked at it, ignored it, and just went back to shuffling, and it jumped out. And I figured it would. I don't even know why I ignored it. But yeah, cat. And all these feel significant. Wow. All right, hold on. Let me not get ahead. Okay, so the cards that came out, well, the card that I ignored and then that came out anyway was cat. And when I ignored it, it felt like 9 lives. But I don't know. It just felt like past times has come out, and I don't know. I guess I second guessed the channel that came through. It's just like, oh, like, you know, like that's just, oh, that's what you usually say. But as I ignored it, it came out again. And then September came out right after. And, you know, September's the 9th month. So that felt like, say it, dude. Like, that's the channel. So, yeah, remember, like, yo, don't be afraid to make a decision. Don't be afraid to go in a direction. You can come back from just about anything, you know. That doesn't mean go, you know, take somebody's life or anything like that, or anything super, super extreme like that. But it's just like, yo, at the point, it's like this decision and that decision, and they're both kind of decent decisions. Like, yo, make a decision and go. And understand that you can recover from just about anything. And it's like, take the pressure off of your decision making by making every decision a decision you have to get right, or a decision that you can get wrong. Because at the end of the day, it's like, yo, it's all just creative decision making in the story that is your life. And it's like, yo, what did you eat today? What did our main character do next week? Or who did they choose to be their partner? You know, it's like you're making creative decision making, making creative decisions in the story that is your life. And it's like, yo, take that pressure off yourself. And the more you take that pressure off yourself, the easier it'll be to make decisions. And you'll find yourself having analysis paralysis less and overthinking less as you just surrender to the flow of you and understand that, yo, at the end of the day, I make a decision and it will unfold into what it needs to unfold, and I can continue to move on from there. But it doesn't have to be so serious. Every decision doesn't have to be life or death, you know? Yes, things are that deep, but it's like at the end of the day, trust yourself. You know that. You know how deep things are. You know, you have that intention in mind. You know where you're going. You know what's important to you. So at the point you know all those things, relax and just pick a direction. And it's like, and that feels like also in alignment to how this went. You know, when I ignored it, I didn't spend too much time like, should I pick it? I didn't sit here and kind of think and think and think and think and think and think. Now a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes go by and I'm like, should I pick it? Should I pick it? As we're all just sitting here waiting for me to make a decision. I made a decision and trusted it. And look, it came right back out. And it's like, no, like we need to, and then, so it's like, okay, I trusted, I allowed myself to stay in the flow, and boom, it presented itself because it needed to come out. And it's like, okay, I'll take it now. Now, okay, it's very clear that it needs to come out. Oh, September, more confirmation. It's like, yo, give that message. It's like, cool. But it's like, that's fine. Like, I'm not afraid of that. And that's how I live my life anyway. It's like, yo, I'm not afraid to be wrong. And I understand that, yo, what's for me will not be missed at all. So it's like, if that card wants to come out and it needs to come out, it'll come out. There's nothing I could do to avoid it, because I'm surrendered to the flow of this reading. I'm surrendered to the flow of the energy and all that. So if it needs to come out, it's important to the reading, it will continue to come out based on the intentions I have set, the awareness I have to the situation, all that. And that's, your life is no different. It's like at the point you've done the due diligence to know where you're going, you have a clear vision, you know what's important, you know who you are, you know what you believe in, all that. Take the pressure off the decisions as you make them, because you did everything to be in the right space to get to where you're going. And your journey is not that fickle to the point where it's like, yo, you made this one decision, oh, it's over. Like, oh, try again next life. Like, it's not that at all, especially as you've done the things to, you know, cultivate the space that you're in right now. So it's like, yo, you've done the work to be able to relax a little bit, to be able to just trust yourself. So trust yourself and trust that everything will come back as it needs to. So, and look, that's the message. I trusted myself. I didn't take it. And it came out again, and that became a message in itself, you know? It's like, I'm glad I honored it. And I didn't just force it and just do it and be like, oh, 9 lives, you have 9 lives. Because the message I would have delivered taking it the first time would have been completely different. So I trusted, okay, it doesn't feel like I'm supposed to take it right now. And, you know, what's the separation? That was the truth. I wasn't supposed to take it then. I was supposed to take it when it came back out again. And now the message was complete. And it's like, there is no separation. All roads lead to where you're going. It's like, if you allow that to be your truth, it will be your truth. You are infinite. Don't forget that. You're connected to it all. You cannot escape that divine flow, you know? It is who you are. So it's like, yes, you can create illusions for yourself to where you feel separate or to where you feel like, you know, you're out of it. But at the end of the day, you can't escape it. You are in the flow. You are nature. You are part of the universe. You are God embodied. You are all these things. So whether you acknowledge it and allow that to be your experience is one thing, but understand that you're using your power and that connection to it all to feel disconnected from it all. That's the illusion you're casting for yourself. And you're that powerful that you can cast those illusions. It's like, how are you using your power? Don't use your power to feel disempowered. Like, that's a never-ending cycle. It's like at some point you're gonna have to free yourself from that. So, hey, see what it's like to feel empowered, to feel like everything is perfectly fine, that you're exactly where you need to be always, and that everything's unfolding for you as it needs to be always. Try that. See what that feels like. You've done the overthinking. You've done the feeling like everything. You know, you have to be hella careful. You've done all those things. You've tried second guessing yourself and all those things. But it's like, have you tried just feeling like everything's okay no matter what? Have you tried embracing like, I'm exactly where I need to be. Oh, if I don't have that, I don't need it yet. Have you tried existing like that? And if you have, you understand how empowering that feels like, and how true it feels to live your life like that. And how the results come back different, how you're experiencing your reality changes just based on how you choose to see your world and the assumptions you make about the world you live in. Allow yourself to be infinite and allow yourself to be the divine embodiment that you are, because that's the truth of you. And it's like, whether you experience it or not is just a product of how you choose to show up and how you choose to see the world. But the truth is that you're everything, and that you're so powerful, and you're so powerful that you can make yourself feel weak, and to a very believable weak, to, you know, and you'll get the validation of all those things. You'll be like, oh, see, I told you I have bad luck. I told you bad things always happen to me. And it's like, yeah, because you're so powerful that those assumptions that you're making, the law of assumption is the thing. The things you assume will come back true, you know? And it's like, yeah, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy in that way. So it's like, if you are feeling like, oh, see, I told you everything, it's like, okay, tell a different story and be right about that. Why would you want to be right about things that make you feel less than? Try saying, oh man, great things always happen to me. Oh man, my life is so amazing. I always have exactly what I need. And then when that happens, say see about that. Be right about those type of things. What's the point in being right about things that make you feel less than and disempowered? It's like, you have the power. You just got to make that shift. And it's like the line between everything you ever wanted and everything you want no parts of is so thin. And it's all in your perspective, you know. Your awareness and your consciousness and your perspective is the vehicle that you use to navigate this entire reality. So it's like, yo, make sure you're using your vehicle properly. And then, yeah, under that is 11. And this just feels like a path. And then under that is yes. And then decide. And that just feels like exactly what I was saying. As far as like, yo, pick what feels right and go that direction. That's it. Like, the things will unfold how they unfold anyway. But the more time you spend trying to make a decision, the further out of alignment you get, and the harder it will be to make a decision, because that first inkling that you got, that first little ping, that intuitive hit that you got happened in the beginning, and then you started thinking. And it's like, the more time you spend thinking, the further away you get from the call that you got. And it's like, you're really gonna have to just decide, because now you don't even remember where you started. You don't remember what felt right at first, because you're that far removed from it. And it's like, your intuition doesn't speak more than once. It doesn't continue to be like, hey, do this, hey, do this, hey, do this. It tells you clearly. And then the thoughts come, then all that come after that. But you have to lean into your intuition and trust it. And even when you have no logical basis to trust it, just go in that direction and trust that, yo, everything will unfold as it needs to. But it's like, yo, this 11 feels like a path. And it's like, you're walking, it's just like, decide. Say yes to it and go. Do what feels like a yes and go in that direction, and trust that everything will unfold as it needs to on that path. Because that's the truth of the situation. And yeah, there's a lot of cards that came out, but I'm gonna make it quick. And these will be the last ones, and we'll call it. But yeah, Evil Eye came out. And it's like, yo, protect, not even protect, but like just be mindful of who you're sharing things with, you know? Like don't invite noise and where there's clarity, you know? When you see these things for yourself so clear and they got you so excited and you're so charged about them, be careful who you're letting into that space. Because if you're letting in people who aren't aligned, you know, they're going to add noise and seeds of doubt and all that into a space where there was nothing but clarity, nothing but high vibe energy, nothing but flow. And it's like, you don't deserve that, and shouldn't have to navigate these things, and trust and believe that yeah, those seeds can sprout, especially if you hold some of those same feelings within you, you know? Like someone sowing some doubt or, you know, putting fear onto your plans can definitely take root if you have seeds inside of you already of those same doubt, you know? If you're like, damn, maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Like, and then someone comes at the right time and makes you question that very thing, like it's like, fuck. That shit will hit in a way that where it's like now you start to question yourself, and not because of anything they did, just because you already felt that way, and it was the spark that lit the match that of that doubt that you already had within you ready at any given time to be lit by any opportunity to light it. So it's like, be careful who you're inviting into your space, who you're inviting into your sandbox as you're creating these things, as you're creating this life for yourself. So it's like, and if it does rear its head, you don't feel like you have to engage with the noise, you know? You can just be like, yo, there's no room for that here, and, you know, cast it out. But the moment you engage with it and get entangled with it and do this whole dance, like, yo, now you're allowing energy into a space where that was perfect. That was already perfect. That needed nothing. And it's like, what was the point? Just because you wanted their validation, maybe? And it's like, you didn't need it. And now you got the opposite of that. And it's like, this thing was so beautiful and now it's kind of tainted. And it's like, it didn't need to be. It's like light work. And the next is light work. It's like, allow your light to lead the way and follow your light and follow the energy. And yeah, trust that it will lead you everywhere you need to go. And just do what feels right to you. Do what you feel called to do. Because at the point you're living embodied and you're creating things that are embodied, that are truly authentic. Understand that you're doing light work, that you're doing very divine work. And yeah, it may not be as straightforward as, oh, you do tarot readings, or, oh, you spread the information as far as oneness, or you're teaching everybody about all these universal laws and dimensions and trying to free people and get them to free themselves and all that. But it's like, yo, you being fully embodied, you showing up as you 1,000% and following your internal blueprint is divine work. Because in that process, other people feel it, other people see it. And as you continue to do it and you get the results and your life continues to change and change and mold into this thing that feels like you and that is you, understand that people ask, like, dang, what's your secret? Like, how are you doing that? And then in those moments, you get to engage with them. You get to tell them what you did. It's like, yo, I just followed my heart. I just did what I felt called to do. I just embodied myself and I understood my connection to it all. You know, you tell them all those things, and then that is light work, you know? It's like, not because you went out and you were preaching, not because you were going out and trying to wake everybody up, but because you embodied it so well that it was undeniable. That everybody who came across it was like, yo, like, I need to know, like, they're clearly doing something. What is it? And then when the big secret is, I follow my heart, I do what I feel called to do, what reason would anybody have not to go do that? Especially as you're the living proof that it works. As I'm the living proof that it works. As everybody who's doing this very work is the living proof that it works. And after you see so many people doing it, it's like, it becomes a very, very loud choice to be going in a direction that's not that, you know, to continue to show up inauthentically when there's so much proof around of people who just showed up authentically and created a life for themselves off that. So it's like, yo, do what lights you up and understand that that's the divine work. You don't have to go find a mountaintop to preach from. You don't have to go stand outside and have you heard the good word, or, leave your job. You don't have to sit there and do that stuff because people aren't going to listen to that anyway. So it's like, yo, focus on yourself and free the world by freeing yourself. And it's like, save the world by saving yourself, and understand that there is no separation. diving deep into yourself brings you to everything else. It helps you connect to everybody else. And it's like, that's the same thing with your work. It's like, yo, do work on you, do what you need to do, and trust that everything else comes right behind that. And underneath that is overstayed welcome, question mark. And this just feels like, all right, start to wind down. And yeah, and also I'm feeling called to just say, yo, don't stay anywhere longer than you need to. Like, if it feels like something has reached its expiration date, honor that. It doesn't need to be valid, even if you were there for 10 minutes, Shit, even if, that person asked you to be their girlfriend last week and you said yes, and now today you don't want to be anymore. You don't have to second guess that. You don't have to be like, damn, like it's only been a week. Like, let me wait a month and then I'll say something to her. Let me wait 2 months just because it feels more reasonable than a week and then breaking up. Like, yo, at the point you've changed and at the point your desires changed and it's just not aligned anymore, you have to honor it then, because trust that everything that comes behind that will not be as nice and gentle as you want it to be. So if you're trying to stay there to keep the peace, understand that the peace is already broken. Like, your internal peace is already gone because you don't want to be there anymore. So understand that everything that comes from that there will be no peace. It will just be, whether maybe they'll have peace, but you won't have peace. So there won't be no peace. And it's like, within the space between the two of you, it will only be tension and dissonance and all that stuff. So it's like, the best thing you can do is honor those changes as they happen. And it's like, at the point you start questioning, and it's like, am I, like, honor it, because that's the truth of you. And even if that doesn't mean just break up, it means, okay, let me go have a conversation about how I'm feeling. Like, this is how I'm feeling. I know I just said yes, but I don't know, something in me is like, no right now. Or, maybe there's something that they can shine a light on, or maybe the conversation will bring y'all to a place where it's like, wow, like, and it'll bring closeness and all that, and you end up closer together. Who knows? But it's like, you have to honor yourself. And until you honor yourself, there won't be any way forward, So, yeah, don't be overstaying those welcomes, man. Honor those changes. I don't care if you said yes 10 minutes ago and now it's a no. Like, it's a no now. Sorry. Like, you should have caught me 5 minutes ago. Like, we should have been moving already. But it's okay. And yeah, 222. And this just feels like your angels are close, man. And you're protected. And they're just very present in everything. And it's like, these things that are showing up, no matter what they look like, they're all for you. And they're all pushing you in the direction of everything you want and everything you say you want and everything you see for yourself. And it's like, embrace them all as such. Embrace them all as the embodiments of divine energy that they are, just like you are. It's like, these things that are showing up, even if they look scary, even if they are stressful or whatever, like, understand that they're all molding you into who you need to be. And yeah, who you need to be is the perfect person for everything that you want. So all you have to do is keep showing up and keep embracing, keep choosing the perspectives that pay you and that make you feel empowered. Because it's all to make you feel empowered. It's all for your best good. And even if the best good is just a lesson, like, yo, okay, I don't need to be around this type of person. Like, that's a lesson. Say thank you for that. Because that'll help you not be around it in the future. So, enough. It's like, yo, enough playing small. Enough being something that you're not. Enough showing up inauthentically. It's like, how much more do you need? How many more lessons do you need? How many more times does the cycle need to play out for you to let it go? It's not going to change. Enough. Let these things fall away and understand that, yes, it might be the end of this era, it might be the end of, a connection with this person, but understand that that's fine. The next connection will be more you anyway. It's like, but you don't get to experience that without letting this go. If you sit there and hold on to everything that ever shows up to you, your life, you will find yourself settling in places that were never meant for you to settle. It's like, you were just supposed to learn this thing, so when that next person comes in, you can recognize, like, oh, okay, yeah, I actually love that. Or, oh, no, I don't like that, And it's like, all this is learning. All this is a breeding ground for the knowledge that you need to create your best life ever and to allow it to happen. But it's like, all you're being tasked to do is to continue to show up and not settle. Continue to choose the thing that feel like you And the things that don't feel like you, allow them to fall away at the very moment that they don't feel like you anymore. And understand that in that process, you're becoming more and more refined. Your desires are becoming more and more refined. Your manifestations are becoming more and more refined until you look up and you live in a world that's hyper you, because you continue to choose you at every turn. You continue to allow the things that weren't you to fall away. So now you look around and your entire experience feels like you and is reflections of you. But that takes you, and no one else can do that for you. And then underneath that, the last few is I got Earth and 444. And this just feels like, yeah, it feels like I just heard the planets recalibrating. Hold on. Yeah, I just heard the planets recalibrating. And that just feels like, yeah, the planets ascending, the energies and frequencies available to us to work with are expanding, and all that. And it's like, allow these new energies to help you create, allow these new energies to help you create spaces and spaces for yourself that make you feel whole, whether that be in relationships, whether that be in dynamics and your creations, all that. But it's like, allow these high vibe energies and these energies that are just so present right now to help you create a life that feels like you, and to create a life that feels stable and that feels divine and that feels like everything that you want out of your life and out of the things that you're experiencing. And understand that they are available for that, you know? It's like the world we live in may look the same. It may be the same, you know, to the naked eye, but it's like, we're not in Kansas anymore. And that feels very, very clear. It's like, things are not operating as they've always operated, even if to the naked eye they look out as the same as they've always looked. So it's like, if you wait until, you know, there's hella proof, or wait until, you know, science comes behind and tells you like, oh, things are different. If you wait till then, understand that you'll be behind the 8 ball, and that now you'll just be trying to play catch up, when it's like, you could be working with those energies now. You're receiving that message now because they want to work with you. You're here to hear that because the energies are available to you. Everybody's not hearing that, but it's like, you can take it or you cannot take it, but whether you acknowledge them, believe it or not, like, they're there. So it's like, you can use them consciously, or, you know, you can wait, but the truth is the truth. And at some point you'll see. So it's like, understand that things are new and that things are different. And this is a call right now to, you know, become acclimated with them. You're ahead of the curve right now. And so all you're being asked to do is show up, do what feels right to you, and allow the truths of this to become present to you. Because you don't have to go chase them, you don't have to go find them or anything. It's the truth. Like, it's everywhere. It's present, just like the oxygen you breathe. So all you have to do is allow them to become present in your experience, and keep a soft enough awareness to where you can recognize them. And as you continue to allow them to exist, and you engage with them, and, you know, hold space for them, it will become more and more ever present and more clear. So trust that you're divinely protected and guided in this, and that there's nothing to go get or do outside of yourself. It's like, yo, just allow and show up as you feel called to. It's like, who are you? It's like, if you knew who you were, like truly knew who you were and the power of you, you'd understand, like, nothing I said is even that amazing, or is even that big, or like crazy, you know? Like, it's very regular if you really knew who you were. Like, that's the tip of the iceberg. The reality of what's at our disposal, the reality of the energies that are available to us, the reality of this world and life we live is way bigger than anything we've even discussed. So it's like, if you knew that, like, the things I'm telling you right now, you'd easily wrap your mind around and put them into practice and move on, because they're light. They're so light compared to where we're going. They're so light compared to the truth of the things that are available and to be experienced, and that will be experienced by the end, when everything is clear, you know? When hindsight is 20/20, you're like, wow, like, I had no idea that any of this, you know, was possible. It's like, If you knew that and you knew exactly who you were, like to the deepest corner of you, this conversation would be nothing. This conversation would be such a starter pack conversation, such starter pack topics that we're discussing. This would be like a Universe 101 class. You know, this would be like the very, very ground basic ass level. It's like, because the truth of us is humongous, is infinite, honestly. So it's like, who are you? Start there, start light, and then just embrace these things as light. You know, don't try to make them hella deep. Don't be afraid of them because they don't sound like what you've been hearing or what you've known your world to be. It's like, yo, dabble, like, you know, be like, man, let's see. Allow it to be light, allow it to be play, allow it to be fun, and understand that you will get the proof back, you will get answers, and you will be welcomed and pulled in deeper into your own rabbit hole of you. And you will get the answers to who you are. You will see exactly who you are. And you will see it not only just within you, but reflected all around you in your world, in your experience. And that's the ultimate truth. So it's like, and after all that, roll up, yo. Get back to basics. Keep that shit light, bro. Go roll up. Go do the things that make you feel good, that make you feel like you're on Love Island, you know? And not the show, that freaky ass show, but an island of love, you know? Where you can't be reached by anybody, you know, it's just secluded and you're just surrounded and immersed in love, the universal love, and the love of yourself and the love of everything that is and that will be. And it's like, that's the reality of what's being offered to you right now. It's like, you can get lost out here in the Maya, you can get lost out here in the physical and the illusions and all that if you want to. Or you can, you know what, pull your energy back, put it back where it matters. It matters within you, you know. Your reality is your own. It's like, yeah, there's the collective consciousness, there's the collective energies, and, you know, the collective creations that we all experience because we've all, you know, we all project those realities out together. But at the end of the day, you're you for a reason, and your reality is the most valid reality there is, you know? Because, like, there's people who you haven't seen in years, and it's like, how do they really exist at that point, you know? Like, outside of the scope of you thinking about them? Like, if you weren't to, like for example, there's times where it's like, there's people I followed for a really long time, and I feel like, oh my God, I see them all the time, so immersed in their life. And then for some reason, maybe I'll unfollow or whatever happened. Maybe they unfollow me, and then I peep later, like, oh, they unfollowed me, so I unfollowed them. Yeah, I'm definitely, yeah. But, and then I follow them, and now all of a sudden, months go by, and then randomly somebody will share something on their page or like on their story from that page that I stopped following months ago. And I'm like, oh, damn, I forgot all about them. Like, dang. Like, wow. And it's like, in that time, I forgot they existed. And it's like, in that case, did they? In my reality, they really didn't then at that point, you know? Because, like, at the point where I'm not thinking about them, I'm never seeing them and all that, in my reality, they don't exist. Up until that moment where I saw them and remembered, and, you know, then all the memories flood back, and now it's like they're here again. But it's like, in that time gap when they literally didn't exist, they did not exist. And it's like, that's the power of our attention, that's the power of our awareness and all that. And it's like, yo, what are you allowing to exist in your reality? Where's your attention at? It's like, these things may feel like, oh my God, the grave danger, oh my God, there's trouble on every corner, you know? And it's like, that's the power of the news as well, you know? It's like, if you watch the news all day, every day, you'll think that, you know, there's a murder on your corner every night, every night of the week, every night of the year, you'll feel like, if you really watch it like that. But it's like, as soon as you turn it off, it's like, but the reality is, like, how many of those murders did you actually see? Like, none. And it's like, that's not your reality. And that's not to say it doesn't matter, you shouldn't pay attention to it, or it's somebody else's problem. It's not that at all. But it's just like, don't allow these things to feel so present in your reality to where you're, oh my God, you gotta be careful. You never know what's gonna happen. Like, oh my God, you know, people are dying every day. You know, it's like, but that's not your reality. And it's like, if you weren't watching that, you wouldn't even know a lot of that stuff. And it wouldn't be influencing the steps you make, because you wouldn't even know. Like, it wouldn't be in your conscious awareness at all. So it's like, why do you allow it to take up so much space just because you know, just because you paid attention to it and all that? So it's like, what are you allowing to exist in your reality? And it's like at the point where you're so fearful of your world, or it's your world is populated with so much things that create fear, that make you feel less, and all that. It's like, take your power back. Place your attention elsewhere. Place it where you feel empowered, you know. Place it where you feel supported and loved, and where you feel safe and all that, and understand that that will become your reality. And that's what you will see reflected everywhere you look. It'll be like, wow, safety, wow, support, wow, love, wow, more love, wow, more love, wow, more love, wow, safety. Like, you know, but it's like at the point where you're just consuming fear, you're casting your awareness on fear and things that make you feel fearful, you will see that everywhere just the same way. It's like you always have a choice. It's like, what are you choosing to power? What are you choosing to give your energy to and allow to exist in your reality? So that feels like, yeah, that's the message, honestly. And definitely spend some time thinking about that. Take scope of your reality, take scope of your world, pay attention to how you feel on like a moment to moment, day to day basis. And really take your power back where you can, you know. And yeah, see you later. Like, that's it. It's like the rest of the work from here is, you know, on us. It's to live, it's to integrate, it's to make the choices now that we know, and now that these things are fresh on our mind. Because, you know, all of it's not new. Like, a lot of it's not new. But it's like, now that it's fresh, now you know what to keep an eye out for. Make sure you're choosing the things that are in alignment. You're choosing timelines. Keep choosing the timelines that get you close to where you're going, that match the truth you know of the world you live in. At every turn and relentlessly, please, because it is that deep. So, yeah. Remember, this is where we are. Don't move backwards. Don't regress. Don't get fear, or don't get scared back into boxes that you've outgrew and stepped on a long time ago. You're being celebrated. I don't care what shows up in your experience right now. Hold your ground. Remember, we saw the wands, and the wands rooted into the ground. Stand your ground as you were. And I promise, as you continue to do these things, as we continue to pick up momentum towards spring, I promise you, your flowers will blossom. And you will realize that you were in a garden, like the most amazing garden ever. And it's like it was covered in snow through the winter. You didn't realize how lush and how perfect where you were standing was. You just knew you were cold, and that, oh my God, I can't really see anything. It's kind of dark. It sucks out here right now. But it's like, hey, stay patient. Stay patient. That sun is coming. The snow's gonna melt, and you're gonna look around. You're gonna hear the birds singing. You're like, whoa, like, this is where I was this whole time. It's like, yeah, you did it. You made it here. This is why they were celebrating. Even though you looked around and you were like, damn, shit doesn't seem different, or wow, things feel kind of gloomy. It's still shadowy and all that. It's like, yeah, just you wait. Keep doing your thing. But yeah, I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And I'm proud of us, man. I'm really, really proud of us and the work we continue to do here. And we just continue to elevate and continue to expand and just all that. And it's just so divine. And yeah, this container and the Patreon, you know, I'm gonna get to y'all to that in a second. Everything, it just feels like we continue to expand, and it just continues to be exactly what I envisioned, as far as just the power and the magnitude of the things that we're capable of and that we could do here. But it also continues to be way more than I could have ever anticipated. And it continues to be way bigger than me. And it's just really dope. And I'm just really honored to be, you know, here at the center, at the forefront of it, and be able to curate these spaces and these containers, and to curate the work we're doing, and to work with the energy and reflect the energy back to you all and express it, and, you know, allow us to work with it and all that. Like, I'm very, very grateful for the role that I play in it. And I also understand that it's way bigger than me, you know, and that I'm just a vessel of the divine energy, of the divine grace and all that. And I'm just doing my part as you're doing your part. And there's no separation, you know, everybody's doing their part. It's very, very equal and important. And, you know, it doesn't matter how much I do without you all being here to receive it. It doesn't matter, you know. I can know as much as I want to know. I can be as connected as I want to be. I can be as wise and have so much truth to speak, but at the point that there's nobody who wants to hear it, there's nobody who has the ears to hear it or the depth to hear it. It's just knowing that a tomato is a fruit, you know. But y'all being able to be here allows me to it to become wisdom, like, and understanding as well, as I share it and as we work with it, and you know, it takes root and we get the results back. It just continues to expand. But yeah, it takes everybody doing their part. So I thank y'all so much, and yeah, I humbly return here every week and excited to work with you all and excited to navigate the energies with you all and put my best foot forward. And you know, it's just beautiful, and I'm very grateful for it. And it's all I've ever asked for and all I've ever wanted, and it's just so aligned to who I am at this point. And it's literally a dream come true. So thank y'all for being a part of that and continuing to support me, and know that the more you support me, it's all just coming right back, you know, because this is not a means to an end for me. This is not like, you know, this is to make money, and then when I make the money, I get to go do what I really want to do. It's not that at all. Like, this is the work. Like, if shit changed and $1 billion dropped in my account right now, I'd still be here next Monday, you know. I'd still be posting the recaps on YouTube every day. I'd still be sharing the same messages. I'd still come back here ready to do the work, because I do this because this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and not because, you know, it was put up on me, but because it's what I want to do. It's my purpose. It's what I chose to do. It's what I came to this planet to do, you know. So yeah, I'm not going anywhere, and know that your support of this container and the space and me is really only supporting yourself, because it just comes back and it continues to grow and grow and grow and grow, and I'm putting it all right back here because this is what I'm supposed to be doing and this is what I want to do. So the more y'all show up and the more y'all, you know, give your energy to it and put your best foot forward, know that I'm I'm taking the steps right with you, and that I don't plan on going anywhere. And I'll be here, you know, doing this work until I can't speak anymore. And then hopefully by then there'll be other ways that I can communicate and express the energy. Or hey, maybe it won't need to be expressed anymore. We'll be in a world where everybody just knows and it's just the truth, and it doesn't take anybody having to speak it anymore, because we all just know that. And I feel like, and that's the whole point. Any good teacher or anybody who really knows what's up and is trying to lead, if they're really doing their job, they understand that at some point you won't need them anymore if they're leading you correctly. No leader should have plans to be a leader forever, you know, because if I have to lead you forever, I'm not doing something right. If I have to teach you forever, and at the point I disappear, you're stuck and you're not good, then I didn't do my job. The whole point is to do your job so well that at some point you're not needed anymore. And yeah, so yeah, I'll be here until that happens. So thank y'all for being here. Yeah, definitely go check out the Patreon. It is live. It's been like a good week and a half, and it's so awesome, bro. It's so awesome. I love it so much. And yeah, there's so much magic in there, you know. If you haven't made your way over there and joined yet, do so. There's nothing to lose and everything to gain. I have it set up to where you can start with a 7-day free trial, and there 7 days is more than enough to get a scope of the land and just run through everything that's there. And if you don't plan on subscribing, that's fine too. I trust that everything that's there is enough to get from point A to point B a little bit. But yeah, just accept it as a thank you, as an offering from me for you being here and continuing to be here and continue to support me. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on there. There's a couple journal with me's, and I feel like if you don't do anything else, definitely take advantage of those. Definitely tap in with those. I feel like those are my favorite series on there so far, just because the intimacy of it and just the things that we consider and we work with, and I feel like they're very eye-opening and they're very revealing of the self to self, you know. Like, you'll be able to see yourself, and yeah, it feels like the shadow work, but not shadow work. It's like the light of you know, seeing yourself from a different perspective, understanding exactly where you are. But yeah, so the journal with me's, if you don't tap into anything else, definitely tap in with those. But there's also like meditate with me videos. There's videos from other creators that I've shared that were resonant. What else? Oh, we started the Sunday Shadows series, which is a weekly series, which is like the equivalent of Monday Magic, but like the shadow work side. So it's a live stream on Patreon. I have a deck specific for that. Yeah, and then we do the shadow work, we answer questions, and we work through the energies the same way. So yeah, we did the first one last night. So that's on there. If you join the Patreon, you can go and catch that live replay. And yeah, if you go sign up today, you'll be able to be there for the next one on the Sunday. So yeah, it's just a perfect time. So if you have any interest and you find yourself doing the work on your own or whatever, hey, join and not realize, but it's truly community, and that's what I'm going for, and that's what we're building there. And yeah, it's a place where you can do the work and have the support of other people doing the work as well. You get to go on there and see other people being better and growing and evolving, and you can share, and it's this beautiful thing, and community is the way forward, period. So it's dope and it's been a long time coming. Like, I was working on that Patreon, and not necessarily physically, but it was in my mind and something I wanted to do for years, like a good 3 years now, before Monday Magic, before a lot of these things, just based on my own work and just wanting to create a space for people who may not know where to start, because I'm somebody who gets very immersed in something, who's like, yo, like, oh, I'm doing this, so I'm doing it. Now I'm looking up materials, I'm doing this and trying to learn more, and that's just me naturally. And I know everybody's not like that, and so some people, they want to do the work, but they don't know where to start, or they don't have that, and they push and drive to just go that way, this way, and just go down the rabbit hole. So it's kind of like, okay, if you want to grow, all you have to do is show up and engage and bring your best foot forward. If you engage with everything that gets shared in here, yes, it may not be all the growth, that it may not touch every corner you need, but it'll get the inertia going. It'll get you going in the right directions. And then from there, you can kind of figure out what else you need. But you already have your footing. You already know where to look. You already have a community around you of people who are doing it. So now you can ask questions if you need to ask questions, But yeah, I could talk about it all day because it really means that much to me. And it really is an embodiment of the work that I'm here to do and the work we do here. But, that's Tuesday through Sunday, in between the Monday Magics, and including Monday too. So head over to the Patreon. Yeah, get your free trial started today, man. 7 days, more than enough time to dive in and check out everything and realize whether it's a place for you or not. So, yeah, the links to that are in my bio. If you don't want to look there, it's patreon.com/5D just too easy. What else? Oh, I also, if anybody looking to book a private reading, personal reading, I added 2 new offerings in there, and those are based on shadow work. So if you've been looking to do some shadow work and don't know where to start, definitely book those. I'm excited for those sessions, because yeah, we get into the nitty gritty and not just leave you with all these, heavy ass energies, but actually, we get to navigate them together. And yeah, do some really, really powerful work. So yeah, those are in there as well. And if you're just interested in a reading of any variety with me, definitely check them out. I feel like those sessions are very, very powerful, and they always end up being more than just readings. They feel like way more than that. It feels like, I don't know, spiritual consultation or something like that. Beyond just the reading and the cards themselves, it feels way more profound than that. So, and the words will never do it justice. You kind of got to get in there and experience it. But you've been here on Monday Magic, and you've seen me enough to know how I get down. So I'm sure you can imagine. But yeah, besides that, do all the things, y'all. Share with somebody. Let them know that, they always have a choice, and that they can have a good day on purpose and a good life on purpose, and that they are empowered and that they're God embodied. Do all that stuff. Like, subscribe, connect with me on Instagram. Haven't been on there as much as I've been in the past, but I definitely yeah, I'm planning to be on there more, just to continue to share things and to continue to stay immersed in the energy and to help others stay immersed in the energy and continue to show up and allow myself to be seen, you know, because that's the name of the game right now. We didn't do all this work to hide ourselves away, so I want to make sure I'm always remembering that and, yeah, allowing myself to be felt as much as possible without compromising myself, of course, and without disregarding spiritual hygiene and energetic hygiene and all that. So, yeah, just connect with me everywhere, man. Like, there's so much and there's so many dimensions. Like, I could sit here all day and tell you to go do this, go do that, go do this, go do that. But yeah, just hit that link tree and scroll with your eyes closed and click something and see where it takes you. I don't know, but check out my music too, man. KK the Artist on all platforms. Yeah, I still have my album for sale, which is pay for what you want. So you can buy it for as little as $1, as much as $1,000,000, whatever feels right. So if you're looking at a way to give back to me or donate to me or support me in other ways, like that's probably the main way I'd say to go do that. And that's like the second link on my bio. Like the first one is the Patreon. The second one is the album on sale on Even. So, and then after that is the personal reading. So all the things I mentioned are in the top. And yeah, oh, W. And thank you so much as always. You're welcome. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all always holding it down. And I really love y'all a lot. And I'm so grateful for y'all. And y'all know that. I always tell y'all. And I'm sure y'all feel it. But that's it for me, man. That's the conclusion of Monday Magic. It's definitely been a very magical Monday. Then, thank you. Thank you for the bits, Dream. You're always right on time. And it always feels like the first time every time. And I'm always so grateful. And yeah, I could spend all day telling y'all how grateful I am. But you're absolutely welcome, y'all. And thank y'all for being here. And I'm so excited. Today was amazing. Today was dope. I'm already excited for the next one. I'm excited to see everybody on Patreon. Yeah, I'm just excited. And I hope you feel the momentum that's building and everything that's unfolding right now, because things are really picking up. And I promise you, when spring hits, I don't know where we'll be, but I know it'll be nothing but divine. So, yeah, I'm going to let y'all go. Have a great day on purpose. Have a great week on purpose. Have a great year on purpose. Have a great life on purpose, you know. You always have a choice. And make sure you never forget that, okay? But yeah, I love y'all. Peace. And I'll see y'all soon, man. See y'all on the other side. Meet me on Patreon. I'm telling you, we're doing some great things over there. But I'll see y'all later. Bye now. This button always gives me a problem. Y'all don't want me to go. See ya, man.